Hi guys, boys and girls, welcome to the Sister Starcraft English commentary. We'll continue with the loser set of ASL Season 19, round 24, Group Group E. It's gonna be played between Jaedong and Skey. Jaedong, the old player, is the favorite to get out of this fight alive. But let's see what Skey has prepared here, because he's a young blood, right? And you know, the new kids, when they're on the block, they start to have some new tricks that the old players don't know about. So let's see if Skey will have success just like BTS had in some of the previous games. Anyways, the people in the crowd are probably very sad to see, you know, at least for Jaedong's fan, to see that Jaedong is in this dilemma, in this conundrum. But he needs to get out this fight alive first before he can think about defeating Stork in a revenge match, the final set. A lot of girls in the crowd, like 6 girls. Jaedongers from Canada, raise your, what is that? Raise your what? Nose, hand, mouth, face? Yeah, so anyways, let me just quickly give you the player card, so you have some information. First of all, this is going to be Jaedong, the player. This is his player card, and while you're marveling at that thing, which is also just quickly give you the map, because this map is Polestar. Here is the map, Polestar, and I also just give you Jaedong's face just for completeness sake. That is Jaedong, and as well as the win rate for Zerg player on this map. Here it is. So on Polestar, you can see that it's the least Zerg map in entire map pool for this season. Only 39% win rate for Zerg players. So Jaedong could die here, just looking at these stats alone. So let's see what that means. But anyways, let me also just show you the other player, because I think you're all dying to know who is Skey. I have his photo right here. This is Skey. He looks rather handsome, doesn't he? He looks very good looking. So that's good. And his player card, we're going to be having a small SCB versus drone dance. This is the player card for Skey. So Kim Yong-jin is his name. He is only 29 years old. He is very young, comparatively speaking. He is not from the Kesbus days. He is a complete amateur. He's a complete amateur. His Africa TV channel and YouTube channels are relatively new, with only 1,000 subscribers each. And he has made 0 appearances in ASL so far. He made his appearance here in today's match by defeating Movie in a very funny game in prelims day 2. I casted that game as well, so you can check the playlist for ASL season 19 if you want to go back in time and watch that game. Anyways, Jaedong of course want to get rid of this SCV, but good dances around by Skey, the new player. As you can see, his APM is very high, almost 500. Jaedong is only 350, because Jaedong is old now, believe it or not. He is finally old. And how you take care of yourself when you were young would really dictate how you will perform when you are old. This is why if you're smoking or drinking or partying a lot with girls, then you would have a terrible midlife existence. Well, not necessarily the girls part, the parties part. If you do a lot of things with girls, it's good for your health, but if you party, it's not good. Anyways, what else do I want to tell you about? Let's take a look at the win rates before Jaedong make his statements known to the world by sending some Zerglings towards the enemy. Here are the ELO stats of the top 10 broodwar players, and here are the ELO stats of today's players. You can see Jaedong is miles and leagues ahead of Skey in ELO scores. But let's see what. Okay, Zerglings get through though. Skey's in some serious trouble. He needs to save his first Marine, but it looks like the Zerglings do not get that first Marine, and so Skey is gonna have a chance to kill these Zerglings a bit later inside of his main. Do I have the win rates, and does it really matter? That is the question. Here are the win rates. So as you can see, Skey has played not many games against Zerg. He's won 2 games out of 3 in the last 30 days. And Jaedong against Terran has won 50% of the time. He's played a lot of Terran games. He's played continuously, like non-stop. Wow. That's good. Anyways, in terms of ASL accomplishments, here are the accomplishments of the players. Jaedong has been in 12th round of 24, 8th round of 16, 2 quarterfinals, only 1 semi-final. And of course, Skey is not here, so I just put Flash for comparison. But that is going to be the end of the analysis now. Let's get back to this game. Before that, I'm going to just spend some time to thank some of my fans and your support in the last 30 days, without which I would not be here for casting. I would be somewhere else casting, maybe on the on the Caribbean beaches or whatever. No, I don't know. So Firebat's attacking here, very nice attacks. So the first person I'd like to thank is Mr. Peter. You can see his face right here on the screen. You can see that looks like Skey is gonna start to move out. All right, let's take a look at this attack before continue on with Peter's thanks. Okay, it looks like the attack has been thwarted, so I'm gonna go back to thanking Mr. Peter from Sweden. Thanks for your support. Thank you, Mr. Sea Goblin. Thank you, Matt, for your support, and I hope that your trip was enjoyable from the Greenland. There's a lot of fights in the Greenland between US and Europe. Who's controlling that island right now, buddy? Let me know. Or maybe Russia's in on it as well. And thank you, Eric. What are you guys doing these days? I mean, you have mentioned a comment on every video about the state of the games. I don't really care about that. I care about your wife, your family situation. Let me know that your family is doing okay. Do you have kids, man? I mean, you don't have to tell me the truth. You can lie. I lie all the time on this channel, and it's fine. And I guess that is the end of the thanking. Now let's get back to this game. We're gonna be having what now? Looks like these mutuals are doing good attack by me, by Jaedong. Not bad, but he is taking a lot of damages. He will have 8 mutuals now. Of course, Skey's goal is to just to survive. He need to make a turret here. The turret on this choke is very thin. He need to make it now. He is way too late to making it, and he will lose the SV. The Marines are not attacking correctly. He loses a lot of forces, but looks like he's able to push these units back. Only 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. He loses the turret, and things just spiral out of control, man. He needed to have the turret right there, but this is the problem between the pro gamers and the amateurs. You just do not have the sharpness to attack correctly and to just do everything on time. Jaedong is gonna expand towards the 1030 position now, so it should be a walk in the park for Jaedong unless Skey survives and comes back and thrive. This is always the problem. There's always a story between Zerg and Terran, right? The Zerg does a lot of damages, cripples the Terran's economy, but he comes back with science vessels later and a ton of Marines, and he just destroyed you. Anyways, some nice attack against the supply depot just to scratch a little bit up on the surface, but Jaedong will resume his mining activities and trying to back out and allow the mutas to actually heal a little bit here. He's put one of the weak mutas in the corner. He will have more. And Jaedong's favorite micro game is Muta Marine. He's just so good with that. Anyways, Skey is gonna start to come out now, and he will need to. What is the goal here? I guess the goal is to drive the mutuals away from his main base as much as possible. The Firebat discover the presence of the 1030 position, so that's good. Another turret comes up, and actually Jaedong has lost a chance to attack it before the turret. No, but he attacks now. He comes to the turret complete just on time. What are the Marines doing? It's like really terrible position. SCV is not repairing. Does SCV needed to repair? And looks like you can see that Skey is actually not on par. But looks like the counter attack is looking dangerous, and Jaedong knows it. He knows that he has an overlord right here. He's gonna send the rest of the forces back now. And looks like now Skey seeing that Jaedong has returned with the mutas. Will move towards the left side. A good attack. He will catch this mutas, and he loses the mutas. Jaedong's decided to do what now? He's sending all of the mutas towards the southern side. That's a mistake. He need to send them out here to save this place. Keep in mind that if Jaedong loses a hatchery, things will get very complicated. But he will come in here. He will snipe all of these turrets. There are only 4 turrets. I think it's just not enough. He comes, so he gets the first turret repaired. It should get done right now. The floating barracks, the floating factory will help, but the turrets are falling very fast. Only 2 turrets remaining. Looks like all the turrets are getting destroyed, but Jaedong loses a hatchery. Keep that in mind. The rest of the Marines are returning already. SCs are running away. How much damage is this? But looks like on this other side of the map, Jaedong is going to decide the supply depot. SC is going to go back. We're going to be having an army coming up. The hatchery is falling. It's going to be a problem for Jaedong. Jaedong is not out of the water. He is behind by about 8 supply. He needs to come on the side and charge attack and start to kill up some Marines. He does get some SCV. He gets some Marines. He goes through. There's only 2 turrets, and they are not in the SCV line. He gets back here. The turrets are not getting repaired. Jaedong with 11 inches strong. It's doing good attack. Marines are not doing any damage at all. And it looks like the SCVs are falling very fast. What are these Marines doing? Looks like the Marines are just out there doing nothing. They need to return home to help with the defense. They didn't have the defense. Looks like only 9 inches remaining, and Jaedong is going to push his SCVs away. But their mutualists are very weak. The Marines need to do some major attack. What is coming out of the science vessel facility? I'm not so sure. Maybe it's going to be a science vessel, maybe a Valkyrie. Looks like these mutualists are going to back up now, but Jaedong has lost a base. I think he made a drone here. That might be a drone, or maybe not, because the Marine destroyed it. And now Jaedong is back to 2 bases. He's got only 9 mutuals, but he's in some serious trouble. The SCV line are very thin for Skey, though. Doesn't have enough Marine to protect. SCV need to retreat because they're bleeding like flies. They're dropping like flies and bleeding like cows, I guess is the right expression. Jaedong is gonna regroup his mutuals and come back for more attack. Where are the medics? He need to, what is this? This is terrible SCV saturation. He might even need to float his command center, man. Finally we have a Valkyrie, so looks like Skey will try to, just kind of, stay on that. But there's gonna be 2 bases versus 2 bases. The lurkers are here. The hive is done. Well, what about the fighter mount? I'm not so sure because Jaedong gas is not so good. He comes to need to stripe the Sky. What a noob mistake, losing the Valkyrie so easily. This is the reason why Skey is he's a freaking amateur. He is puffing hard. He knows he's in some serious trouble. Now lurkers are coming through and he doesn't have science vessels. And he might be facing stop lurkers. If he faces against stop lurkers, it's gonna be terrible. The lurkers will meet the Marine though, but they wait on this high ground and looks like not enough time to make the turrets, and SCVs are forced to run back. Marines will try to support here, which is nice, but Skey is in some serious trouble. Jaedong is ahead by about 25 supply. There's no hatchery though. There's no hatchery, so if Skey plays correctly, he could still get the science vessels out and he can still try to win. But he's making Valkyries. He's making Valkyries, which I don't blame. We need to be super careful. He's gonna send the rest of the forces out, but he doesn't have. Okay, I guess he has scanners. He is not scanning. What is he doing? He's having. Oh my god, the Valkyrie gets sniped, and this is a problem. This is a problem with an amateur. He GG's and he's eliminated from the ASL. This is a terrible game from the point of view of Skey, but Jaedong is happy to have a win. He will be facing against Stork in the next game. Thanks for supporting. If you enjoyed this, guys, in the last 30 days, if you have enjoyed this video, feel free to buy me coffee. It's gonna be in the description. See you soon. Bye bye.